Hey guys, welcome to another video. This time we're doing Siege, and guys, of course we are not in the G3 tournament, but we are facing some strong G1 guilds. We won our first match, and now this is the second guild we face, and I decided to try hard and record it so that you can see some of the usual defenses, because I saw this guild had some of the usual defenses that you are facing, especially in the 4-star towers, because you know they are easier to build, and this defense is kind of usual in G1 for the time being, and it can actually be countered really easily by Tractor. So yeah, Tractor can't be defense broken even though he can be stunned, so pair him up with something that can reduce the damage and can give him immunity. It would have been great if my Lulu survived there, and of course Lulu is a water unit, so the odds of my Lulu being tripped and stunned, well, trips they ignore the glancing, however the stuns don't. So yeah, my Lulu got stunned, which was really bad luck. So yeah, I'm 3v1 with my Tractor, and yeah, I think that my Tractor could have won the 3v1, or at least could have been close to winning it. And yeah, of course, he won this 3v1 because the Khali was almost dead already. So yeah, guys, you will see the runes. The runes on my Tractor are not something crazy, and of course the rune on the rest of the units of this team were not crazy at all. So now for this second one, guys, we're facing our first Carcano of the night, and yeah, we will use the two twins that we actually run on our R5 solo team. And of course we are running Chloe. Having Chloe as fast as you can will be great in case that there is a very fast violent Vigor there that can actually defense break your Chloe and then proc into a kill turn 1, which will be the way to actually lose this fight. Apart from that, there's not much the opponent can do, even though Carcano can bypass the invincibility. You know, if your Chloe is tanky enough, there should not be any problems. And of course we have the twins here. One of them, Talia, can actually give herself attack buff, so that means that she will deal a ton of damage, and of course they have multi-hits, so they can bypass the passive of Triana. So once you get rid of Carcano, then you work on the Vigor as soon as you can defense break him, and then you work on the Triana. Of course you have the heals from Chloe, which will have survived if you are lucky enough. So things should not be too bad, guys. You should build your Chloe on about 300 to 305 speed, and that should be enough to outspeed most Vigors on Violent Runes. And if the Vigor is not on Violent Runes and somehow is on Swift, then you should not worry either, because he will not proc. So that's pretty much it, guys. Fairly nice counter to this defense, and yeah, this counter has never failed me so far. Now for this second Carcano defense of the night, we are using another counter against the same defense, and of course for this one, well, it's a little bit trickier, but you know, the Vigor will target your Khali, and of course you have two heals. You have heals from Vigor, you have heals from your Triana, and you have the defense breaks from the first kill of your Khali and from the third kill of your Vigor. So once you get rid of Carcano, actually the most dangerous unit on the enemy team, then things should be fairly simple for you. Now I will buff immunity here because I want to prevent the defense breaks, which are the only thing that could end up killing us. And now we got rid of the Carcano, and we can work on the Vigor and kill the Vigor, of course. And once Vigor is down, then we are good enough to kill the Triana on auto. So guys, that's pretty much it. And of course here we actually count on the AI of the game, you know, who always targets the opposing element. So guys, when you see a defense like this, when you see a new defense, a new concept like this, well, you should aim to that. You should aim to units that can actually tank the opposing element and get a hit, and then and survive, and then you can get rid of them one by one with defense breaks and with strong attacks. And of course, multi-hits always help to bypass the passive of Triana. And here we are against another Carcano defense. This time it's really cancer, because they are using that Iris mostly on this pair, on a very fast despair set, and of course a Vigor on a very fast violent set. So we are using a unit that, counting on the opponent not being on Swift, can actually outspeed, which is our Bernard, who is incredibly fast. Now the idea is to use your fastest unit, your fastest booster, and use him into the Kona Mia or Tion, and then with that Tion or Kona you give the attack buff and the turn to your Lucian, to your fattest Lucian actually, or the fattest unit that you have. It could be a Julie, so that you can actually one-shot something. But if it's a Julie, she should be on incredibly high attack, and you'll be counting on killing Carcano instead of killing the other two. So yeah, I will recommend going for a very fat Lucian, and I know that offense is not for everyone. So for this one, for this kind of counter, we're facing one of the same defenses again, one of the current G1 meta defenses, and this time we're going for a very fast Blue Cat with the speed lead of Susano and a very fast Konamiya. Now we did not kill, which is very bad, and we got stunned even though we are blue. That's okay, it could happen. And yeah, now we need to kill that Khaki, and once we kill the Khaki, then the fight is almost won. It's in the bag, so there should not be many problems. Now we get rid of the Galleon and we won. And guys, the idea here is to actually kill Khaki in one shot from your cat, then get a turn with Kona and give your cat another turn, or be even safer and give Susano a turn, who can actually take it before the enemy, because the ticks and the attack bar gains above 100%, you know how the game works. But yeah, now here guys, we are using another counter. We are abusing the AI so that we know they will attack the opposing element. So against this Carcano defense, we are using we are using Jultan to lure a shear. And then we are going to use the attack buff on Khali, and we are going to throw the rock with our Kogel. One thing that you guys should consider is to have double wheel runes on your Kogel and not having violent runes on your Kogel for this kind of team, because you will be relying on Kogel not dropping the rock on the same turn, because you want to actually drop the rock once your Khali has gotten rid of the Triana. Now Khali will actually go for Triana, the Carcano will always go for Kogel, the Shear will always go for Jultan, and this way you will be abusing the AI the most. Now we got rid of that, and the rock almost killed the enemy team. The Carcano was really tanky, but most of the times the G1 Carcanos will go down. However, I know my Carcano has about 35k HP or so yeah, or 30k HP, so yeah, a Carcano like mine won't go down so easily. But once you kill the Triana and you have the other two on very low HP, the fight is almost won. And yeah, against this one, guys, this is a very interesting defense that had been winning a lot in this war, and I'm counting on them being really tanky, and they will have full resistance, 100% resistance, thanks to the Thessalian leader skill. So we are going to use our most consistent Guild War offense team, which is the Ballberg Emilia Skogul team. And this way we should not worry about them unless the rider procs a lot. That is why we want to dismount the Beast Rider as soon as we can, but we don't want to kill her first, because that way the beta could actually revive her, and she revives with mount, so we have to kill her twice again, which is not what we want. it's not good for business. So guys, basically here we are trying to kill the beta first, but we need to dismount the Savannah so that she doesn't use that skill, which is the critical link, into the third skill, which can defense rake, into the first skill, then kill us, you know, because we're counting on 3 procs every turn. You know, that doesn't happen all the time, but it happens more often than it should. So yeah, once she is dismounted, she will deal tons of damage, but okay, you see how Orion took 3 turns there. Now we can destroy the beta, and once beta is down, we throw a rock and we won. We got the proc here, amazing. And we are done, guys, we are done. Having high resistance is always great on your skull, of course, guys. Remember to have high resistance. And well, that's it. We won this one. And we're facing a Triana defense that I don't know if this one had a very good win-lose record, I don't know, guys. But what I'm going to use is my fastest available attack bar booster, which in this case will be the Freegate here, and of course I'm going to be using a regular galleon and my, you know, sort of fast, sort of tanky, not tanky, sorry, sort of fast and sort of strong Lucian. You know, that's the mid-tier Lucian with very high speed and decent damage, so that way we can kill the oracles. So this will fail if the enemy oracles have above 30k HP, and yeah, if they don't, then we won. And that would happen here. Now guys, against a regular defense that we used to see in, you know, 2018 maybe? Yeah, this is a 2018 defense, and you know, we can kill this with a 2018 or 2017 Guild War offense team, which is our Copper Bulldozer. Yeah, the old Copper Bulldozer still works because people still use these kind of defenses, and some of these defenses still actually have success, because, you know, I don't know if people already disassembled their Copper teams. I don't know, guys, I don't know. I always keep my Copper Bulldozer teams and I use them once or twice every Guild War or every siege. So yeah, you know, guys, we get rid of the one unit that can strip, and then we get rid of the threat, which was the Rakan, and then we 3v1 that cat. I can't remember his name right now. So yeah, guys, we actually stun him all the time, and that's it. And guys, for the last fight, we're facing one of the common defenses in 4-star towers in G1 Siege, and we're using my new defense actually. So these are the runes of my defense. Actually, this is not the Skogul that I use on this defense, because, you know, the Skogul that I use is the one that I used on the Ballberg and Amelia team. But, you know, the idea here is to have, you know, a ton of damage reduction from artifacts, and to have a ton of HP on each unit, and to have very high damage with a shear, so that a shear can provide a ton of damage on violent runes, and of course provides heals and speed buff. And we have a violent Orion who does nasty things. You know how violent Orions work. And yeah, you see that I almost kill one Kamoon with my shear because of the incredibly high damage that he deals. And of course, you see how a violent Orion works. So this is what I'm using as a defense, because, you know, I faced these on my previous war and I lost twice to this defense, and that surprised me a lot. So yeah, in an upcoming video, guys, I may tell you how to kill all of my defenses again, because I switched them up since the last time I made a video like that. So guys, thank you very much for watching this, and if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and remember, if you have any questions about the game, let me know in the comment section and I will be very happy to reply as always. See you all in the next one, guys. Bye bye.